Hello and welcome back to another PowerShell video. Today we're going to be covering records. There are various different ways that you can define a record using custom object or using the class object. So we'll jump straight into it. So here we've got a record of students. So each record is showing the name, the age and the grade. So we've got 4 records going on here. They're all stored within an array of records called students records. So if I press play on that, we can see what's going on. So students records, we're going to add the first one in there, Dave, and then Steve, Norman, and Peter. If we move our mouse over it, we can see that there's 4 records within there. And then we're just going to display that. So very simple, we're just setting up our field names, the value, another field name there, so it's separated by a semicolon, and then the value again, another field name, so we can just build those up, call them what we want, and give them the values that we want. So that's the custom object. So it's PS custom object with your square brackets around it, and then the @ sign to say what's actually going to be created. Nice and simple. So now we'll move on to the more complicated one. Within this script, we can see that we've got a student's record being set up. So we're using a class for this, so you can see the whole area of the class there. So what's actually going on with it? We've got a class name and we're telling it what we've got in there. So we're setting the class to have 3 variables, a name, an age and a grade. And then we're going to say within that class, we're going to have a student record. And that's going to consist of the name, age and the grade that we've just set up there. This actual record here is getting set to a new student record because it's a new object, and we're getting it set to Sarah. She's 18 and she's getting a B. So I'm just going to put a breakpoint on there and we can see what's going on. So we've set up this class called student rec, and we've also set up student. Students is equal to nothing because we've set it to null. We're going to set the first student to being Sarah. We can see within that we've got Sarah, and she's got the name, age and grade already set up as a record, not just as values for the whole thing, but as values for the separated field names. So I'm going to set them separately on here. So we've got student again, and we're just going to use the same variable. It's set as Sarah at the moment, but I'm just going to overwrite that. Set that one as Steve. So it's still got everything else as Sarah until I change each individual ones. Like so, and we'll output them. So you can see that it's no longer Sarah, it's now Steve. Hello and welcome to website of the video. Today's website is hotpot.ai/restore-picture. This website allows you to upload your old photographs and try and take out all the scratches and bring them back to the old glories. So we'll select a photo here, it's an old one. We'll say that it's got a scratch on it and we'll click restore. It takes a few seconds to go through and then creates you a newer version of which we can download here. And we'll open that and we'll compare that to the original. So this is the original on the left hand side, and then on the right hand side you can see the newer one, and it has actually done a bit of improvement, especially around the face and the eyes. You can see a little bit more sharpness there, but it all depends on the photo, I reckon. Anyway, give it a play. Catch you next time.